So, Jim, what do we actually know about what happens on the ground?
What happens on the ground, we know the headlines are there's going to be much more aggressive enforcement of people's immigration status. But one of the things that has to happen first is Trump has to hire many more, the government needs to hire many more agents to enforce this policy, and that has to be paid for, and it remains to be seen whether Congress or how Congress will pay for those agents. At the same time, state and local police officers are going to be deputized to enforce federal immigration policy, and the kind of changes that has on the ground in terms of actual local policing remains to be seen. Police officers at all levels are being given an extraordinary amount of power to detain people based on who they suspect is a threat to security. It's going to be a different world for many people.
Jim, you know, at Bloomberg, New York, Paris, and London, maybe better than anybody within our organization. How will this change the dialogue of the president within Europe? We spoke to Tony Blair a few days ago. I asked the former prime minister about Mr. Trump visiting London, visiting Westminster Hall. Does the shock of this announcement change his dialogue with the European capitals?
I don't think it necessarily changes the nature of the dialogue, because especially with the continent, because they're already so many of the leaders are already so confused, to say the least, about what his view is towards Europe and NATO. Their skepticism is already
up so high, doesn't matter. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, when I look at this, Jim, you know, the idea of picking people up off the street of Queens or Bronx, that's the emotion. But the fact is a very large part of America agrees with the president. Is that equivalent to what you see in Germany or the Netherlands, or for that matter, the United Kingdom, where beneath all the media analysis and all that, there's actually a lot of support for these policies?
You know, in all of these countries, the developed West, there has been a strain of anti-immigrant views through the body politic. You know, how much attention that gets, you know, in a lot of cases there's more, more heat than light. You know, people think it's a big deal. Economically, for example, you know, immigration tends to help an economy. That said, this is the people who voted for Trump, this is what they voted for. And now they're getting it.